quickly, before we jump into the clips, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you for the support in January. Of course, January is always a really quiet month here on F1 YouTube, but we did get up to some very cool stuff nonetheless. We finished off the Teo Porcher career mode and crowned ourselves champion of Formula 2. My team finished third at Daytona 24, and we also got back into some F1 League racing. Safe to say a lot of the fails are from that. But yeah, a massive thank you to all of you. I'm going to be trying to do this on the first Sunday of every month. And yeah, here, enjoy some clips from the best and worst of January here across all of the Matt212 channels. There'll be links down in the description if you want to see some Gran Turismo, some rallying, some iRacing. It's all linked down there. Right, I'm probably just going to concentrate for a lot of lap one. Make sure we make it through clean and tidy. We've got two Ferrari cars just in front. Apparently my DRS is enabled. Right, here we go then. 5 red lights here in Interlagos. Right, so, and away we go. And, well, I almost made a place there. And the Haas car's just taken out both Alfa Romeos literally 5 seconds in. No risk being taken there by the Australian. A bit later than me on the brake, so Awasa will take the lead of the race there. Vachon will stay out as well, as JM Daruvula, now new fast lap of the day. Just goes 24 thousandths of a second quicker than myself. The purple on the way into the pits. Make sure we don't get held up though. And we've got the jump on Doohan. Somehow, that's definitely an illegal pit exit, but we've got the jump on Jack Doohan there, and the game's allowed me to get away with it, so I will absolutely take it. In every practice session now, we're telling the drivers to avoid the curbs and stay out of dirty air. So we're just trying to save the engine, all those components. You know, thanks to you guys for always giving me those hints. So yeah, we're always way down on free practice. Lando Norris apparently running wide down at turn 14. Has this been a monumental crasher as he ran slightly over the white lines? Oh, it's cost him dearly. It's free practice 1, Crofty, and oh, he hit a curb. How will he ever cope? So the pit lane will come then at the end of lap 7. I mean, really now we're waiting for a safety car. That's going to be the only way we really truly get back in to this GP, but not, I mean, Austria, you can get quite a bit of chaos and carnage around this venue, so I'm not going to say it's completely over. If you guys watch our F2 series, you remember we've got a lifeline there around this circuit, but yeah, George Russell leading the way. Still battling with Lando Norris. New front wing on the car. What? Round. Gonna get me out of the pit lane. Let's hold our breath.
Okay, are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
What? They want to try and get a good result today as well. 5 red lights here for the Belgian Grand Prix. And it is lights out, and away we go. And as you would expect, starting on those harder tyres, not the best start in the world as we head down towards turn 1. Whoa, accidentally launched it back at the inside of Lando Norris there through the first corner, but we get away with it as Esteban Ocon and George Russell go side by side behind us, down in towards Eau Rouge and Rallion. Please don't do anything silly, Ocon. Whoa, that got a bit sketchy there as we have to make sure we give him room on the exit as well. Always quite scary side by side, especially lap 1. When you don't quite know what the tyres are going to do. And look at the Alpine straight line speed there as we're going to try and cut into the slipstream behind our team, in front of our teammate George Russell there as Ocon absolutely parks the bus at the Lecombe chicane there as George Russell. Whoa, George is just going to barge me out off the corner there, desperate to try and make the move. And for the second weekend in a row then, we do go side by side with our teammate, but we're not going to back out of this one so easily. As we head down the hill, they're still side by side with George Russell as we head now down in towards the infamous Puon. As Zhou Guanyu's trying to make it 3 wide. I'm going to have to back out. I could just tell there, Zhou Guanyu, just for that moment, I remembered what happened at Austria a few weekends ago when Bottas made it 3 wide in towards the penultimate corner there, and we had to back out of that one. Luckily, Zhou Guanyu doesn't get the run through the corner anyway, so we do hang on to P5. This was the final lap of a 2-hour race I've been doing on iRacing. I had no instant points left to spare, but I really wanted to get this guy. He dialed in there and avoiding the traction control cutout as well, but 1.1 is the gap. We could still gain iRacing here. Come on, we got to nail the bus stop one last time.
Lord is leading the race.
So we head through nice and tidy. Oh, that was so close to a 1x. That was as close as I think we'll ever get to a 1x without getting one. But we are going to get a good run out of the final corner. It is going to come down to a slipstream battle to the flag between myself and Constantine here. Surely we've got the speed, we've got the slipstream. We're going to peel to the outside pretty much as late as we possibly can. But it is going to be a drag race up towards the line. But we've got enough. We are going to make it through. It is going to be P20. So after all of that, I think we do get a net I rating gain as well. One I rating. We are still giving it everything then with 2 laps to go with the Belgian Grand Prix. Still no rain. And that might be critical. There's the flash. With 2 laps to go with the Belgian Grand Prix. How heavy is it going to rain? And is it going to help us or is it going to hinder us? The gap to George Russell, 2.6 seconds. And now, already, there's water droplets on the screen. This is going to be, I think, a lot of rain very, very quickly. And there we go. DRS has been disabled. So surely the game now thinks it's ready for intermediate conditions then. Are we going to see some gambles in towards the final lap here? This race could be turned on its head in an instant. Well, it's only taken half a lap and the track has basically turned into an ice skating rink. Is it worth gambling onto a set of the intermediate tyres into the final lap of this GP? I think we've just got to do whatever George Russell doesn't into the final lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. And this is exactly like 2008. So sketchy. Right in the dying stages of the Grand Prix. I'm going to set up the intermediates to go on the car. But I mean, look at that. We're not losing horrendous speed down the straights. But if it's going to keep getting worse and worse, I think we've got to pit. I don't think it's worth staying out here. I think everyone is going to be so slow. George Russell stayed out. So, yeah, we are going to gamble it. We're so far behind him in the championship. No. Oh, I've just got away with that. We haven't lost the front wing, but I've definitely lost a lot of time in the process. This is an absolute nightmare. Have I just bottled the Belgian Grand Prix, or are all those AI going to really struggle as well? Of course, we know they can just find grip, whatever the conditions, which is rather frustrating, so it was not really going to give us a fair fighting chance anyway. Hence why I think we've had to make this call and go the opposite direction then. One more lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. And are we at very least going to recover back to where we were, or can we try and get a little bit more? Ayrton Senna always said you have to be on the right tyres at the right time, and it looks like Charles Leclerc's binned it. Charles Leclerc's looped it up Eau Rouge there, so that is already one car clearly struggling too much in the conditions, and Charles Leclerc's back on the road, but he's lost his front wing, so the AI, they're really struggling. We've just got to push like crazy on this final lap to see what we can get out of the car and out of this GP. Let's just have a look in the braking zone then. How much time do we take out of Zhou Guanyu? It's a second. It's a second in a single corner. This is not over. We have just got to push right the way to the checkered flag. Even if we recover back to where we were in P3, I will take it. But we had to gamble it. And look how much we're gaining. Just taking so much time out of Zhou Guanyu. It was definitely, I think, well, I don't think we've lost any places because of the decision we've made. We are still a few seconds behind those other cars. But look at how slow Zhou Guanyu's going as we head down the hill there. Just got to be careful for exactly that reason. The AI in changeable conditions tend to drive a little bit strangely. But I think we are definitely going to recover back to P3. But I'm not convinced we're going to have enough to try and get back to our teammate there. Has got to be careful that I don't bin it on this final lap. Clean around the outside of Théo Pourchaire there. George Russell still 10 seconds up the road, but Ocon just 2 seconds clear. It again is going to come down to a battle between myself and Esteban Ocon late on in the Belgian Grand Prix. That is not the line through Blanchimont. I might have forgot that it was raining, but are we going to get to him? Lando Norris, third race victory of the year for the Alpine driver, but are we going to get to his teammate? Zhou Guanyu's binned it behind us. Are we going to get Ocon up to the line? Yes, we are, and we recover P3. So again, we're going to get another good run out of the bus stop. Definitely feel the likes of Corey and Co aren't able to maximise it as you'd hope so, but we've got a 5-car battle now going on again. So are we going to have to try and work with Corey on the high side? The back of that GR86 says please no Punterino, but it might be a case of trying to do the bump and run. Well, not bump and run, sorry. Just giving him a helping hand there. I saw the Red Bull livery car into the pit lane. No, he's not. He's just... well, this is going to get messy. Oi, I just was not a fan of the way that guy was trying to move up, especially with what he did to me earlier on that lap. What on earth is going to happen? Ah, there we go. I could just tell. I don't know what it was. I could just tell.
Do you know if they had a race?
That is... what on earth is going on? Quite critical, but let's just try and make sure we actually make it to turn 1 with an entire front wing. Lights out, and away we go. And actually, one of my better starts on F122, so we'll just try and hold the inside in towards turn 1. I got a Red Bull there, sending it in towards the first corner. Plenty of contact down around the outside. There's even more contact going on there, as somehow we'll just about avoid everyone. That got a little bit scary. So we'll head now down in towards the S's for the first time. There's definitely other cars with damage, so we'll try see if we can pick up some pieces. Ferrari's gone around. Did I get an illegal overtake? I don't think I did, so I got away with that one. But we're still P14 in all of that. I think since my teammate this week has moved up the roster a fair bit off the launch as well. But yeah, no idea how we managed to avoid those other cars. It's 3 wide down into the hairpin. Mulder will make it. Yeah, cold tyres completely did. We'll forget about that one, as we'll get a 1x for our troubles. And now this van's going to try and come on the offensive then as we head up in towards the corner at the bottom of the hill. We'll try. Oh, he's not actually going to go through. I thought he was just going to send it on me.
What the fuck are you doing?
He's still there.
That gentleman isn't happy behind us, as still side by side up the hill. We have got slightly the better run. He's going to have the inside for the corkscrew, as we just try and make sure we give him some room. Are we going to get room on the exit? No, we're not. And that's going to be a 0x for our troubles. And a 2x because he lost control. I mean, I feel like we were side by side on the way in. I gave him plenty of room through the first part, and he just wanted to slam the door on the second. And this is Spec Cup racing. People don't tend to back out in situations like that. If you've got the nose there, you warrant some room. But say it is what it is. I understand. You know, maybe that's a controversial opinion. Let me know down in the comments below. Lights out, and away we go. And of course, starting on the harder tyres. Whoa! Horrible start there as we try and head down in towards turn 1. We're going to try and send it back around the outside through the first corner. We actually collide. Someone's hit me through turn 1 there, and we've been turned by Sergio Perez. Well, let's ride on board then with Sergio Perez. Best getaway for Sergio Perez. Actually gets jumped by his teammate and Esteban Ocon there as we head down in towards turn 1. You can just see around the outside. Where is Perez trying to go? He's got so much room if we slow it down on the apex. In towards turn 1. Ah, I know why. He's got Mercedes. He's got Nicolas Latifi there on the inside into the first corner. I didn't notice that at the time that Latifi was trying to make it through this. You can just see Perez trying to give him the room. So, difficult call. I mean, Latifi probably shouldn't have stuck the nose in, but for us, nothing we could do on the initial contact there. And Checo, rather weirdly, doesn't then lift out of the throttle. Around in the final corner then, about to line up on the grid here in Abu Dhabi. We've got Roy Nassani and Ralph Boschung. You didn't want to do that, Ralph. I've never seen that. I'm well aware it is quite a common glitch, actually, on F122. I'm too scared to hit him. That's not quite what you wanted to do there, Mr. Boschung. But yeah, like I was trying to say, our 2 drivers that are yet to score points this year just in front of me on the grid, and one of them now is going to be just behind me at the start, as I've got no idea what's going to happen to Boschung now. 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go then. And Ralph Boschung is having to reverse his way off the start. So, I mean, that basically sums up an F2 campaign this year. So we head down in towards turn 1, but just trying to make sure that... Oh, there's no formation lap. Okay. I was not expecting that. 5 red lights. Someone's jumped it, but it is lights out, and away we go. And like I said, I was really not expecting no formation lap there as we head down in towards turn 1. Just keep it clean and tidy. Like I said, someone's already disconnected. What on earth has gone on there? And we've lost half the wing, and we've got a virtual safety car. 5-second penalty for a severe collision. Are you having me on? That's pretty much been as bad as the last race I did on this game. We've now got cars stopped. That's been a bit of a disaster. I'm amazed it's not a full safety car. What on earth is going on? Oh, it is a full safety car. On the board there, so GG's to them. Fantastic race. A dominant display here from Laguna Seca. But yeah, like I said, you know, maybe... I mean, Laguna Seca has never really been my best track either on iRacing. Don't loop it now on the final lap, Matt. 1 corner to go. That would have been quite bad there as well. We've ran wide as well. Come on, we've got to cover off. We've got to cover off. Oh, no, it's going to be a drag race to the line. I've got to squeeze in. Fair play. Marcos gets me to the line. I absolutely deserve to lose that place as well. Had to give him a squeeze, but hats off to him there for sending it still. Spain, I had my Xbox crash. Monaco, we just simply did not have the pace to match George Russell that weekend. I got stuck in traffic a bit further down the order. Baku, that should have been a win, but an engine failure late on in the day cost us in what would have been a very, very comfortable, at least 15-point gap that we would have taken out of George Russell at that point of the campaign there. Round 9 then took us to Canada. Of course, yeah, that weekend just not quite got the pace once more. Silverstone bottled it with a couple of laps to go. Of course, we then didn't race in the Castellet. Well, we got yellow flags out in this final lap. Who's going slowly? No one, apparently. Don't know what that was about. But, yeah, then, of course, the Hungaroring, again, we were just out of position, didn't have the pace to match Bottas. And then Spa last weekend, Lando Norris was comfortable at the front. But round in the final corner, here at the Dutch Grand Prix, it's finally going to be our day again. We are once more back on top. No. Oh, don't do this. We have been absolutely cursed at the Austrian Grand Prix so far on F122. I do not want our main event coming to an end after just 3 laps. Surely not, EA. New fastest lap of the day. It's pointless. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. When am I going to get some luck on F122, no matter what series it is? Austria just seems to be a nightmare weekend for us. An absolute disaster. What can I do on this game? Honestly. Leader is going to go. We're going to get a pretty even start then with the Merc on our outside, but looks like the cars behind there dropping back ever so slightly as we head in towards the first corner, and let's just take it. Whoa.
Activate limiter.
That's not quite what I wanted.
Take it right, car right. Right side's clear.
Well done, Matt.
Right.
We've got a black flag.
Right, black flag. We'll need to pit car.
Oh, it's going to be...
Right side.
That's going to be a long afternoon, but car doesn't feel too badly damaged. We've got a stop-go for 26 seconds. Just slightly lock the cold rears down at turn 1. Oh, whoa, how on earth, what? Okay, round the outside, and Valtteri Bottas will go then. Through the middle sector, he's still going to be on the outside. So we head into the next braking zone there, and we've got to give him room. It's good, clean racing, respect between myself and the McLaren car there, but somehow, yeah, Bottas kind of wedged himself on the apex through, what's that got to be, turn 7, turn 8? I'm kind of guessing, to be completely honest there, but we're through and into the lead then of the Dutch GP, but Bottas is going to come back at me. So we head down towards turn 1 there. I've got to go defensive from the McLaren, but look at the run! Valtteri Bottas is able to get through turn 1, and he's straight back through. This is a sensational battle. Yeah, Bottas out of the GP, unfortunately. I'm guessing that's another power unit failure, as up the inside of the Dutchman, accidentally down at turn 1 there. Whoa! I'm sorry, how on earth did Max Verstappen hold that? We have to lift out of it, and Perez might be able to complete a double overtake there. Max Verstappen again runs himself off the road there, and Perez is just parking the bus on me. What are Red Bull doing? Verstappen's now lost the DRS to Lando Norris and Sainz further up the road, but now he's got a rear gunner once more here, as this time around we're finally going to be able to put the power down quite nicely, but we're not going to be able to do anything with it. There's those yellow flags still out there, of course. Bottas get the car off the road. Perez now able to defend from me, and Max Verstappen then really started to put some stress through those tyres. I think now we're starting to see the hard tyres coming to their own a bit more, as now we're going to be able to get a run on Checo Perez at the second half of the Mistral, and of course if Max Verstappen is going to be vulnerable, we've got to try and get back past both Red Bulls here. Get Gasly then going for another move as we start lap 7. This time round it's going to be on the man that replaced him down at Red Bull all those years ago, Alex Albon. We're going to try and find a run on Dan Tickterman of the first few corners there to the outside of the Alfa Romeo. Are we going to be able to swoop through in towards turn 4? Yes, we do. And that'll be another place picked up then, P15. We're not actually that far away. It's that fine balance thing. We need big risks to lose out Lester George. But we also don't want to do anything ridiculous, as soon as I say that, we do something ridiculous. Try and get back onto the road. Oh no, this is going to make it an even longer afternoon. We can just not be in the right place at the right time. 3, 2, 1, and it is going to be green flag racing then for the final time, and already the Irishman very, very upset as he heads down in towards turn 1. We're not going to be able to do anything down around the outside, but may as well immediately try and apply some pressure there. As, yeah, just getting way too leery at the start, and now running himself onto the grass then, so whoa. Plenty of issues early on, but we will swoop through into the lead then immediately in this race. Just want to try and... Well, that was not what I wanted to try. Oh, dearie me. It's pretty much got as badly as the last X2010 race I did, hasn't it? Where we just lighted up on the opening lap there. So difficult to work out what the back end of this thing's doing. As we head down then in towards the double right-hander. I mean, Road Atlanta is such a tight, twisty technical course. Putting Red Bull X2010 around here always seemed a bit mental to me, but yeah, we're going to be a little way down then on this opening lap. Just, yeah, you just get that little snap. Why on earth is the McLaren pitting? We've got to stay out, surely, late on in the day. This is crazy. We're going to be leading the US Grand Prix with about 3 laps to go. It's just nice and easy. Oh, through the final couple of turns, that is a lot of understeer. But let's go. Come on. Green flag racing. I've been absolutely destroyed. What on earth was that? And now an Alpine snuck by. I got... No! Come on. Keep it on the island. The Wets have definitely got the advantage. That is heartbreaking towards the end. We're going to lose the lead of this Grand Prix. Oh, no. Come on. Just try and walk home with a decent position still. Oh, I broke way too late. Way too late. Way too late. But as long as we can stay close. Don't. Second time through there I've been hit. We might still be able to hang on to P6 in all of this. I cannot believe that's all gone. Pete Tong right at the end there. So gutted. So gutted. That could have been such a decent result. With the front wing damage as well. That would have been an absolute miracle finish. But get through the final couple of corners, Matt. Alpine takes the win. AlphaTauri and Red Bull are still going to be duking it out to the flag, but I think it's going to be P6 on the road for us. It hurts. On the opening lap here in Abu Dhabi, we're going to try and make a bit more progress then. Of course, we can afford to take fairly big risks this weekend. As you can see there, that is not quite a risk I wanted to take. I honestly didn't know there was curbing out there, as we will hang on around the outside of our teammate, but as we head then down in through Sector 3, Marcus Armstrong on the pole, if I'm not mistaken, for this sprint race. Is he finally going to be able to get another win on the board there? As Dragovic, of course, our big title rival, worked so much of this campaign under pressure from Jem Bollock-Bassi. It looks like Jem's made the move work around the final couple of corners. So, whoa, no! Tiny bit of front wing damage there off of Cannon Williams, but shouldn't cost us too much. As you can just see one of the spokes flying off the front wing, and that settles it then for all of you that try and claim I don't have damage on in this series. What do you think of that? Not quite what we wanted to do down at turn 1 though. Might have got a bit overconfident on the outside curbing. So we head back down through Ascari once again, and that's going to allow us to get even closer once more to Jem Bollock-Bassi, who was early on in this campaign a bit of a championship threat. It's had quite a quiet year since then. As look on the mini-map, Callum Williams, Felipe Drugovich been able to break free, but the gap in front of me, Fred Vesti getting his elbows now out with a Yuma Owasa there. Ollie Caldwell trying to capitalise, and our Gemini just going to be able to wait in the background and potentially try and make a move happen there. 3 laps to go. We haven't really got much to lose, so we may as well go for it late on in the day here at Monza. As you can see, Owasa pulls one side of Fred Vesti. Caldwell's got to go the other. We've got yellow flags out. Bollock-Bassi moves over at the same time I tried to go for something. Someone's breaking down. What on earth is happening here at Monza? It reminds me, honestly, of that European F3 race a few years ago. Jack Doohan's broken down. He's been mecha-chromed, as we're now going to get the timing of the century straight past Jem Bollock-Bassi. We might be able to make a move work on Owasa as well there, off the corner. And like I said, this is reminding me of that FIA Euro F3 race where it ended up getting suspended because there was that much carnage. Luckily, we haven't had any retirements that weren't mechanical there, but poor Jack Doohan, of course, out of the championship fight last weekend. Just going to hamper any slim chances he had on jumping Drugovich for runners-up in the season. But yeah, back up then into P15. We've got about 7/10 up to Fred Vesti. Points are off the table now, but yeah, we'd love a little bit more. Right in the final few corners, though, about to start the last lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix, and we all know we're only really going to get one more shot of this. It is going to have to come down at turn 1. The rest of this track, it's just impossible to overtake at there. As you can just see a tiny bit of oversteer as we head our way in through the final corner. Kevin Magnussen has got a fantastic run out of the final turn there. Will we be able to get close enough to our teammate as we head back down in towards the first corner? No, we won't be able to get a look in there. Magnussen, he's done the hardest part of the challenge on this final lap here from Hungary. And what a story it has been from Kevin Magnussen. He is not home and dry just yet. He's still got to try and complete these last 2.6 or so miles of the Hungaroring. But Kevin Magnussen has seen it all in Formula 1. Came into the sport in 2014 with McLaren there. Took a podium on his debut. And he's not had one since until this season. He's been on the roster a couple of times at the end of GPs. Of course, most recently at the Austrian Grand Prix just a couple of races ago, of course, where we had our power unit failure. But Magnussen, he has been in and out of this sport. He got dropped at the end of 2014 by McLaren, picked up by Renault in 2016, made the move to Haas and got dropped by them at the end of 2020. He has been so up and down in the world of Formula 1, but third time returning to the sport that both he and his father dreamt of winning. In Magnussen round the final corner. Kevin Magnussen is a Grand Prix winner.
2 right tightens, 30 over crest, 2 right, into 6 left, into 4 right, 30, 3 left long, tightens 1, opens, 4 left long.
Oh, no. On softer rubber, and I've always wondered, actually, I'm sure the difference would be next to nothing. I need to concentrate quickly. I'll come back with my theory in just a moment. Charles Leclerc. Oh no. No, don't give me more power unit failures, please. As Charles Leclerc up the inside. Oh, Valtteri Bottas there trying to get involved as well, but we will do the switchback on Leclerc on the exit. Please don't say we're going to get a power unit failure here as side by side as we head down the hill there. Charles Leclerc gives me the room. Are we going to be able to hook this up through the next corner as well? Charles Leclerc, this is fantastic racing. And we will just about hang on to the lead for now. Here comes Bottas. Oh, we've got some sort of... Bottas! It's all happening! George Russell's in the lead. Bottas is... I can't commentate this. What on earth is that? Charles Leclerc's out of the race as well because Bottas just sent it. I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't know what to say. Round in Junsao then to start the final lap of this GP, and we've still got the Merc right behind us, but are we going to be able to try and hang on? We've just got to save as much of the battery pack as we possibly can as we start the final lap, but look how much he's gaining on me as we get back down towards turn 1. We've got to throw some defensive blocks in on this final lap. Not defensive blocks, but you know what I mean, just defend the inside for all our worth on this final lap, and then save the battery to head back up towards the start-finish line there. You see he's gaining, but he's not quite going to be able to do anything that time around. As we get towards the bottom of the hill, we'll be able to just close the door on the exit, and we'll switch back over to the inside, ready for the next turn. He's just going to try. I think he was actually going to try and get the old up and under on me there, but we will sit again in the middle of the road. It's all about just trying to save the battery to get the run up towards the start-finish line here. We're going to have to try and really control the pace at these final few corners. Oh, he thinks about it. He thinks about it. We do leave the door open just in case he was really thinking about it in towards the final few turns, but I don't see a way we're going to be able to hang on to this as we head out the final corner. All we can do is put the throttle down, open up the taps as best as possible. That Merc has not dropped much as we head out of the final corner, as we head up towards the start-finish line. Then we completely drain the battery. Is he going to get me to the flag? It's going to be side by side. 5 thousandths of a second.
None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.